Yeah, how's it, Bish?
Morning, bro.
Yeah, long time. Long time.
Very long. How are you?
Only come because you here.
Oh, wait, check you out.
Yeah, didn't check my bra so long.
Yeah, how you been?
Good man. So what you been up to?
Same old, same old.
Okay.
Doing the same, but in a much better, bigger, and brighter space.
Oh, tops, man.
Yeah, I'll share a little bit about what we're doing today. And you, how's the CV writing and stuff? I see you doing a lot of, you focusing on a lot of that now?
Yeah, so it's been going for about 2 years now. It's going
Very
well.
nice. Yeah.
Started doing company profiles, so that's doing even better.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. And how much do you charge for one?
it's 1750. It's just a spin-off
Okay.
from CV, so people start demanding to have it.
Yeah,
How's
yeah.
the fats? How are you?
Morning.
Hi guys. Well, thanks in yourself.
Good, good, good.
Hey, long time,
Very
Fatima.
lovely. I wasn't even sure if you guys. I mean, it was online now, but I have a hard time when I click on the link. It bombs me out quite often. But let
Oh,
me change my background. How you guys doing?
Well, not too bad. Yourself?
good.
All good. All good.
Yeah, I
All good.
logged in about like 4 minutes ago and then I started like tweaking my slides and stuff, which is what I'm doing now.
Okay.
And then I know I'll be ready soon.
Pamela the TNT boy, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry?
No, not talking to you.
Oh,
I sent you my advert, Bish. So you
okay,
got
cool.
the pricings on it.
Okay, tops.
Yeah, I was chatting to Kim yesterday, by the way, after a while.
Oh, nice. And how is she?
She's good. She's good, huh? But she's not been in Durban for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's joining today.
I don't think so. She's very busy. Are you coming to Sunil's thing next week?
What thing where?
At Pavilion, he's doing an AI thing at Hush.
Next week I need to check
Tuesday.
my calendar and
Tuesday.
see.
Yeah.
It really depends on work, dude. So we're doing a lot of like corporate shoots and stuff now. Full on
Yeah.
corporate commercial, not so much on the wedding side.
Yeah.
So where my weekends used to be booked and I had time to network and stuff during the week. Now it's taken a a swap.
Yeah. But doing work for corporates is lacquer.
It is nice. I'm enjoying it. And we find that they are enjoying it too, which is always a good thing. Okay.
So otherwise, what's new in your zoo?
Uzu.
I know you're not doing any weddings or anything.
I've done a birthday recently for Taz,
Okay.
who's on our
Okay.
mastermind program. And
Right. Right. Right.
yeah, if you know Kirti too, I've done her dad's 90th, I don't know, 90th, he's 90 years old, but his book
Yes.
launch.
Yes. Yeah. Wasn't Kirti always in our circle?
In the
In our circle?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I know Kirti because she used to work with me before, and then I was in BNI with her for a long time.
I think. What? But no. Was she never part of Sunil's circle?
Yeah, everyone knows Sunil, so she definitely
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. 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 I think that's how.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Lovely.
funny.
Lovely.
I did a book launch. I did a 90th birthday, or 90th, or the book launch. I did a 90th birthday as well, which was Taz's
Mm?
grand, and I did a gender review. So there's 3 jobs in April. It was quite good.
Okay, now gender reveal for me. Thank you.
It was my niece. So my cousin's
Oh,
daughter.
nice.
She's 25. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool, man. Lovely. Okay, so Vishen,
Yeah,
question.
boo.
What you're
Hmm.
going to teach us today is how to get into the field or okay, I'm going to use myself as an example before someone comes in. If
Hmm.
I am a basic user and I have things that I want to take a photo of, right?
Hmm.
So I'm not going to use this professional cameras and stuff. So how would I now take my phone and know how to make it look a bit professional without using AI to manipulate my actual picture? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's all about the lighting, and it's very difficult to explain that in in two seconds or 2 minutes without even showing you. But the light is a very important part when you're working with cell phones. You see, where professional photographers come in is we have more control over lighting. We bring in lighting, we bring in flash lighting, or different sorts of colors of lights. When you are doing it through a smartphone, not to say that anything is wrong in smartphone because I teach smartphone photography as well, but you gotta know how to use lights. So you're limited in that way where you've got to use what's already around you, but it's very much doable. I know it may not answer your question.
No.
Um,
It does make it ring like I said. When I went to I did a lot of pop-up markets, and when I sometimes I want to take because I make beaded jewelry,
mm,
so I wanted to take like pictures of my jewelry that I make, and I also do labels, simple labeling. So basically, let me show you. So I do a label, and the customer will say, okay, can you put it on a bottle for me so I know what it looks like? So I just took a Woolworths bottle, and then this is the label that where you, this is the label I printed,
yeah. Mm.
right? And I just took it off and so sometimes you want them to look like it, you just take a label and stick it on and take a picture, So what's should I create a box? I saw those boxes. Hi,
Kim, oh my word! I didn't think he was gonna come today.
Kim. We were
Of
just weren't
course.
you just
I'm so
wasn't
excited to
Renal
see
just talking
you.
about Kim?
Yeah, Renal was just talking about. There's
Kim,
Renal.
they say you're going to live long. You're going to live long.
Hi,
Renal
Kim.
just spoke about you.
Oh, wow.
This feels like a family reunion, man.
This is wonderful.
I'm so
Lovely
excited to
to
see
see
you,
you.
Kim. Thank you for coming.
Hey,
Yes, and all the best as always, hey? And there's Roshni.
and Sana. I will know everyone.
We
I
know
love them.
everyone. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like me, Vision. You actually brought the family reunion together today. Like, did we need
No,
you for this Wednesday?
no, I'm gonna give credit to Sunil for that one.
Oh, nice.
How are you, Kim? What's been happening?
Lots has been happening. Lots has been
Yeah,
happening, Bish. I think what we're going to do is have a mastermind, just an hour get together on Zoom or
yeah.
something. It's
I was
just
gonna
about
suggest that.
capacity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be really, really good.
yeah. I really, it's been on my mind. But it's just capacity, like with all of us, but it's just something that's got to happen. I'm writing it down now.
Awesome. Sunil's
Feels like
having his
family, yeah?
yeah, it does. Sunil's having his tennis biscuits. I think he's gonna join us in a few minutes. But it's already like
The
3 minutes
tennis
to
biscuits
7.
are more important.
Oh, yes, Sunil. And I'm sure more people will join in a few minutes. So I need Sunil on so I can start sharing my screen.
I'm sure you'll join now. I hope Renal was saying good things about me.
Yeah, he said he was well, Renal, you go for it. You
I
on.
was saying I just chatted to Kim yesterday, and it's I'm
Yeah.
sure she's really busy. I'm not sure whether she'll attend, and I
And I
was
was
dead
like,
wrong.
oh, okay. I wish she could.
Well, surprise, surprise.
Hmm. I haven't spoken
Now,
to
look,
Kim
you
in
guys,
such a long time.
business tip. If we commit, we, unless something really happens, we should show up,
Absolutely. Hey, Sana is
Kim, are
on.
you still around? Are you still in Durban?
I'm in White River in Mpumalanga.
Mpumalanga. Okay.
2.5 years now.
I know you relocated a while back, right?
Yeah, about 2.5
Yes.
years.
When
23.
you decided
August
to do that,
23.
yes, that solo, I'm going to move and change my new
It just
destination.
happened.
Yes.
It was unexpected.
Yes, the unexpected move. Yes. But I love the story that you put behind it and how your move came to play. It is breakfast
I'm
thing,
just going to
eh?
switch up my camera quickly because I want to change my modem. My modem doesn't seem to be too good.
My network will be wonky on this line. Anyway.
Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Good to see all the masterminders, all the friends.
Good morning.
Hey,
We just said the
Sunil.
same thing. You said, "Oh
Hey.
my gosh!" It felt like we needed a vision here to be make it to family reunion.
Yeah. Hey, my favorite coach, Kim is here. Hey.
Kim is here, yeah.
Hey, Kim.
Lovely to
is-
see you, Sunil.
My favorite coach ever. You're looking good, Kim. Looking very good. You're glowing. Very good. Is it AI?
AI.
Yeah, you're glowing through AI.
Rashni, my friend, welcome. Sana, welcome. Anthony Chetty, my bro, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Reno, hey, so many masterminders. How many masterminders here? It's like a reunion.
Hi, Sunil.
Morning, guys. Morning. Let's give it a few minutes for people to hop
We
on.
will
You can,
have a reunion.
yeah.
you can introduce yourself. Whoever wants to go first. Who wants to go introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, where you from. Reno?
Yeah, I think I know a lot of people, yeah, but I see two that I don't know. So hi guys, I'm Renal Jigesa, and I'm the owner of Be The Shift. It's predominantly a coaching company, and what I now do as well is CV writing and company profiles. And that's been dominating in the past 2 years, and it's become a real good success. So if you're looking at making some change and making your profile look better on LinkedIn, yeah, give me a call. And Sunil's got my details. Thanks.
Awesome. Now you'll drop you're on the group, so you can just share your details on the group, and people
Thanks.
can network and connect with you.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, he's very busy with CVs. He's done a lot of work. I've already seen good reviews of his. I think you've done thousands. How many CVs you done? 1,000 or more?
I would put it in a 300 mark at the moment, so
Ah, okay.
not 1,000.
Close.
Getting there.
Getting there.
Who else?
I'll go,
Wants to go next?
Sunil.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone. It's Kim from Kim Knight Coaching. I'm an entrepreneurial expert. And also, I just absolutely love growing businesses. Changing your identity to shift your business. We have to work on ourselves first before we can actually apply and implement strategy. And I love going beyond formulas and frameworks and the manuals, the textbooks. I go beyond that. I'm also working with a lot of fractionals in the USA at the moment, and doing a lot of work with teams. Teams that really want to grow, but for some reason they're not and they can't understand it. It's quite a big challenge in organizations, so small to medium, going to larger organizations. I love doing that as well. with my partner. So that's me in a nutshell in White River and Mpumalanga at the moment, but national and global.
Are you still there in Witbank? Is it Witbank?
I'm in White River.
It's in White River. No, lekker. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's good. No, cool, man. That's awesome. Thanks, Kim. Kim is my coach. Kim has helped me a lot get out of my head. Who else? Roshni, you want to say something?
Oh,
First time you're
sure.
on.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear you?
Can hear you.
Awesome. It's been a while, so I'm quite excited to reconnect with lots of friends here. So to introduce myself, I'm Roshni Ramia from Creative Wellness Concepts. I'm an NLP practitioner, a life coach, laughter therapy coach, and I do a lot of work with employee well-being. And I relocated to Johannesburg 3 years ago, but it feels like I just arrived yesterday. It's a totally different culture to Durban. So it's taken some time to get used to my environment, but I am continuing with doing what I do, which is leaving people who are willing to change better than I found them. And I'm looking forward to the next adventures that comes my way. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Roshni. Thanks for being here. Thanks. Yeah, I was in Joburg and I ran away last year in winter, in May last year. It was too cold for me. I came back to Dubs.
It is. This morning we started with 5 degrees.
No, better you than me. I can handle it. Welcome, guys. Who wants to talk? You got a few minutes before we start. Don't miss the opportunity. Cass?
Hi, everybody. This looks like a masterminders group.
Yes. Welcome. Masterminders are here.
We're going to have a reunion soon, Cass.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, we got to.
Good morning, everybody.
I already said that. The excitement of Bishop. What did you do to Sunil? It's just your energy. We couldn't wait to see you today.
I'm so excited to be in to see you guys. Thank you.
It's a
for the
secret
support
bond.
and stuff.
Sorry, Cass. Yeah, Karen?
Sorry, I just joined in. Are we talking about what we do?
Yeah, you just introduce yourself, what you do, who you are, what you expect.
I'm Cass Naidu. I am a relationship coach. I used to be a matchmaker until 2020, and I decided to stop doing that and focus purely on the relationship coaching. But over the years, I continue to get requests for the matchmaking. And I'm right now deciding to restart that part of my business. So I want to do it differently, though, from before, where I would just meet people and then match them based on the profiles. I want to bring in the coaching first. So at least a webinar beforehand to get people to see where they're at. Am I really ready for a relationship now, or am I still hurt from the past one? Do I even have some tools to show up on a date? And I find that even though a lot of us think some of these things are common sense, from my experience of working with people, the way some people show up tells me they don't have any experience here. These people are geniuses in their work scenario. So they show up, they're very professional, they're in the top of their game. But when it comes to relationships, it's like they're floundering around. So I feel that there's a need for that first, because I don't just want to match people. I want to help people create conscious relationships that last a lifetime. Looking at the divorce rate, and many of us have been down that road, and we understand what it feels like. It takes years of your life when you go through a divorce. So I want to ensure that the people that come together creating these relationships have a solid foundation that they can build on. So I'm going to be doing a video this week and putting it out in terms of criteria. So I'm looking mostly for those single professionals
who are financially stable, who in reasonably good health, and who are looking for a committed relationship with one special person. And I know that today times have changed so much that not everybody's looking for marriage. There are people that are looking for a committed relationship with one person, but not necessarily going the marriage route. So yes, that's what I'm working on right now.
Thanks, Cass. Cool. So let's start. Thanks, Cass. We'll have another opportunity to introduce ourselves after networking. So how it's going to do is I'm going to start with my session. Then I'll introduce Bishen. He will take over and he will do his session. And then we'll do networking. You can use the chat facility to network and connect with people. You can use the chat, just type your details in the chat, your name, your company, what you do in the chat. And you can also use the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is also for you to network and connect with people. So just mute that WhatsApp group because it does get noisy. So just mute it so you're not going to get interrupted during your day. Like me, I'm part of a lot of groups, but I just mute them. So just make sure you mute the group. So thanks for joining, guys. And let me start. Just tell me if you can see my screen because I can't see you when you tell me. So you got to tell me. You got to tell me if you can see my screen.
Can see it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let me start the social breakfast. So welcome to the social breakfast. The social breakfast, we rebooted them on the 1st of April. This is the new design that ChatGPT did. In fact, the new ChatGPT is very good in design. You guys must use the new ChatGPT. Within 2 seconds, I created this new design. I put my previous banner, and I said just enhance this, and it did this in 2 seconds. So welcome. The agenda for today is I'm going to give a small about us introduction. I'm going to give you social media stats and some tips, and I'm going to give you some content ideas. Then I'm going to hand over to Bishen Soni, and then we're going to have a time of networking. During the networking, you get 1 minute to tell who you are and what you do. So a little bit about us. We've been doing these social breakfasts from March 2019. That's 7 years ago, and we've been really enjoying it. During COVID, we moved online, and during COVID, we used to have a social breakfast every morning because that's how much time we had. So the purpose is to help you grow your business. The purpose of this is that you learn some business tool to grow your business during breaking. So a little bit about me, 25 years in digital marketing, having worked on both agency side and client side, worked on locally, I'm internationally and locally trained, worked on thousands of projects. I'm not bragging, but I'm saying to you that you're in good hands. Some of the clients that I've been blessed to work with, I'm really grateful for the opportunities. Who wants clients here? I know we all want clients. All of us, hands up. So these are some of the workshops we do. I've been busy doing these workshops. As you can see, my pals are there. These are at Riverside. This is my boot camp. And we've been very busy. For those guys who want to start a business using AI, I'm doing a workshop at Riverside. Just talk to me and I'll send you information about that workshop. It's a full day in the class. So some tips for social media. Social media is reciprocal. What it means is that you got to give before you get on social media. So I'm challenging you. There's 15 people online that I saw. There was last time I saw online. I'm challenging you to network and connect with each other. Connect with each other. Follow them on social media. Add them as a friend on Facebook. Follow them on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Connect, like their post, comment on their post, share their post, because you're going to help them immensely. So 6 ways you can support small business. Write a positive review. Tell your friends and family. Follow them on social media. Engage with a social media post. Give them a shout out. So what is a shout out? A shout out is when you share their post, and before you share their post, you write something about it. So let's say you're sharing about, let's say Bishan is sharing about photography. I will share his post and I will say, check out this post. It's really informative. It's all about e-commerce product photography. So you're going to give him a shout out. 4 ways to use social media for good instead of evil. So social media is about good, not for evil. Be helpful without expecting anything in return. Be reciprocal. Be present. Don't set it and forget it. So you should be posting on social media at least once a week. I'm challenging you. Be social. It's all about being social. Think about things you do when you socialize. You go out for movies, you have popcorn, you go for dinner, you go for coffee, you go for comedy shows. Just be social on social media. So I'm challenging you, find 5 friends, business pages, like and share their page, like, comment, and share on their post, leave them a review, give them a shout out. So those who've been here before, you know the answer. What's the most valuable currency in the world? Watch this quick video. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play a few seconds of it.
This is my favorite part right here. Let's go.
Funny stuff, right? So the most valuable currency is attention. Now, attention, where are people? People are stuck on their mobile phones. They're stuck on social media. They're stuck on WhatsApp. So you got to make sure that you are appearing in that attention of theirs. You got to make sure that you are in that they're viewing you, they're watching your stuff, especially on social media. Right now, the craze is TikTok. You got to make sure that you are there. Guess how often you use your phone? So how many times you unlock your phone every day? How many times you unlock your phone? Research says it's 30 times, but it's more like 300 times a day you unlock your phone. How long you use your phone? How many hours a day you use your phone?
A woman was seriously injured in New Jersey when she tripped over an open cellar door and then tumbled into the basement. The 67-year-old woman was looking at her cell phone when she flipped headfirst into the basement about 6 feet below. Fire crews rescued the woman and took her to the hospital. Woman was
hectic, right? So just give you the stats globally, 8.2 billion humans in this world. Of that 8.2 billion, 5.6 billion are on social media, 6 billion are on the internet. So look at the opportunity we have right now, guys. We spend about 18 hours a day on social media. Look at this. This is latest stats. 18 hours a week we spend on social media. So don't miss the opportunity to post on social media. These are the reasons why people use social media. What's the number one reason people use social media? To keep in touch with friends and family. Now, when we as businesses, we go and we post our tax return, it's tax season, all of that, we're disturbing and we're interrupting people. So our posts need to be social. You've all seen this meme. When your advertising interrupts my video, it just makes me hate your product. So you got to make sure your posts are social. At a social, that's why you see that I post a lot of humor. I post a lot of memes. I make people laugh because I'm adding a social element to my posts. The most used platforms right now is TikTok because video has taken over. You got to make sure that you are on TikTok and that you're on Instagram, on Reels, because that's where people are viewing. Those are small, snackable, bite-sized information people are consuming. This is the growth of social media over the years. You also got to get onto the AI apps right now. Don't ignore AI anymore. If you've been scared of AI, it's very easy to get AI. Just download the app from the App Store and start using AI. If you need help, just chat to us. We'll send you videos. There's a lot of videos we have done, free trainings to give you on how to get onto AI quickly and fast. So some content ideas I can give you. It's May. What happens in May? What can you post in May? So we all enjoyed Friday, the 1st of May, Workers' Day. Mother's Day is coming up. We can post stuff on Mother's Day. If you want ideas, go to theteacherscorner.net, theteacherscorner.net. They've got a calendar of all events happening in May. Every month they do this. So you can go and just check what they're doing. If anything sounds good, sounds interesting, post about it. You can get some engagement. So they've got a lot of content. Like yesterday was National Teachers Day. Today is National School Nurse Day. If you click on these links, it will give you more information on what you can post. Another great place to get ideas is history.com on this day, but make sure it's positive and also it's related to what you're posting. I mean, your page, what your page is about. Like this one today, if you go to history.com today, this is a very good one to post. Did you know Roger Bannister, he shattered the one, he broke the record. So the first 4-minute mile, he ran a mile in 4 minutes. He shattered that record. So you can post about that on social media. Did you know on this day, Roger Bannister, he broke the record. You can post something like it. Just go into Canva, recreate that post, and that's how you're going to add something to your social media. If you want ideas, go to pinterest.com and get some ideas from there. So some tips I can give you for social media. Funny memes work well on social media. Stay away from controversial topics like religion, politics, racism, abortion, causes and rights. Just remain neutral. Use the daily hashtag. There's daily hashtags you can use like throwback Thursday, hump days, Wednesdays, and follow Friday. You can use those daily hashtags to get more engagement. And now we are going to get Bishan Soni to speak, and I'm going to hand over to make him a presenter. Thank you, guys. So I need to make you a presenter.
Thank you, Sunil. Yeah, I'm just going to share my screen with you guys, and then we will begin today's session.
Where are you? Are you meeting? Just see if you can present.
Yep, came up.
Thanks, bro.
All right, can everyone see the screen and hear me? You just have to unmute and tell me because once
I can.
Okay, because once I'm sharing screen, I can't see where you guys are. All right, good morning, everybody. And Sunil, thank you for having me today. My name is Bishan Soni, for those of you who don't know me. Today we're going to talk about the language of photography. All right, so just to give you guys an introduction to who I am. I run a company called Media King, and essentially what we are is a visual agency. Okay, so we help brands bring out their personality through content, right? So visual agency, content agency, that's who we are and that's what we do. Over and above that, I've had the honor of teaching the crafts to many people. Also in different establishments and universities as well. We've had some of our work that was also featured at the cover of magazines. So I want you guys to be rest assured that the knowledge that I will share with you today and the industry insights that I will share with you today is very much relevant up until today, right? So let's get started, guys. If you want to know more about what we do, I will post, I'll post the website link on the chat later on in today's session. Okay, so let's talk about the importance of photography. Now, I understand everyone here, there's a mix of a crowd that's here right now. There's a lot of small businesses that are here. There could be someone that's representing a much bigger brand. Throughout this session, I will make reference to both industries. For me, as a visual content creator, my goal is to bring the small business to a bigger space, because we work with the small guys and we work with the big guys. But I'm always someone who likes to see people grow. And I do this through the visual content that we do for people. What I want to talk about is the importance of photography that a lot of the small guys don't really consider, right? The small guys are the solopreneurs. The small guys are the people that are doing everything themselves, whether it's the marketing that you're doing yourself, it's the accounting that you're doing yourself. You don't have departments in your organization. You are just your one-man band and you're just trying to get, you're trying to do everything by yourself. The content that you have for your brand is definitely an aspect that's going to shift your brand because we are moving very much so into the digital space. And you hear Sunil talk about social media, you know about AI that's coming out. So Sunil's been doing like a lot of websites, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have websites and social media accounts of your brands and your businesses that you run. Okay. What you don't factor in is the importance of the visuals that you actually have. I'm gonna put you guys into perspective. A big brand like McDonald's, right? For a single McDonald's burger, they spend a lot of money to actually get a photography set, right? They get a photography set, they get a professional photographer to actually stage the entire thing, and they even get and I've worked with one of these guys before. They're called food stylists. So big brands are able to bring a food stylist on board to even prep how the meal is going to look and how the layout is going to look for the photographer. Every single picture that's captured is generally a picture that needs to tell a story or send a message out. So if you have websites or you're running social media content or you're in that digital space, having those photographs or those content is really going to push your brand forward. Okay, so when you started off your first website, you would have most likely had a web developer that built a website and used stock imagery. This is very popular, but it's not ideal if you guys are growing. Okay, stock imagery is basically pictures that you can download from the internet and fill in the gaps of different pages of your website. This is really great if you guys are on a budget. Okay, it's really great for those who are just starting off. But if you've been in business for a while, you guys need to start moving away from this. And this is why us as content creators, we work a lot with people who do web design and people who do graphic design, because those three come together as your visual content agency. And the goal is for you. The goal is to make your website and your brand presence as authentic as possible. And that's what small businesses don't get right. The bigger brands are doing it very well. The smaller brands are taking a bit longer to catch up onto this bandwagon. Okay, and then the small brands are wondering, why aren't they getting, they're now fighting over price. They're fighting over competition. They're fighting to gain a client, but they haven't yet pushed out why the client needs to work with them. All right, so guys, if you are using stock imagery, it's time to actually move away from that. And here's a quick poll. You can do a show of hands, or just put it in the comment. Who at present actually has authentic content on their current website? If you have to look at your website right now, how much content on your website is actually you? Kim, there you go. Who else? Sunil, I know you've got a lot. Sunil definitely has a lot of authentic content onto his website, right? On all of his, and I know Sunil is someone that would take the content that he currently has and he will use AI to enhance it or to bring different graphical elements into it. There's a danger to that though, right? We don't want to now take authentic content and then move away from that and start using AI, because yes, AI is there as a tool, and I'll speak very briefly about AI. We use AI in our workflow. When we're doing photography content and we're doing video content, AI now plays a big role, but the role that it plays is to get the content done much faster. It's not to replace what the big brands are doing. And guys, look at the big brands. The big brands are still doing the authentic approach, because that they understand that that's the golden nuggets. All right, so I've got some use cases that will show you guys what the big brands are doing. For the next cases, I do want to mention that all the photographs that you will see are photographs that were taken by us in-house. The first one we'll talk about is Virgin Active. So Virgin Active has been one of our clients for the last few years. We've done a few of the clubhouses. And just to give you a perspective as to what they would use content for. So the interior of the clubs is what now they would use on their websites. Right? They would get the professional on board to cover different aspects of the club, so that they can use it in various forms of branding, whether it's their websites or whether it's their social media strategy. In this case, the club is the big part. They understand that. And when we were contacted by Virgin Active, they already had what we call a shot list. So they had the concept because they have the departments that know what's needed for their website. Right? So we were contacted by that person who told us these are the angles that they sort of need. They already had that ironed out. This was ironed out way before the shoot even started. Right? And then you can see now the photos are being used onto their website. Next one, we worked with SPA. So this was this group CEO. And again, there was no AI involved in this. This is pure headshot photography that was later then used for their own in-house brochures that they wanted to create and send to their stakeholders and their shareholders. Okay, guys, we get the picture, right? So another one in Zalo. We went in, I don't know if you guys know the utility systems. They do all the water meters in the country. They're one of the big manufacturers of these water meters. So they did a website revamp and they understood the power of authenticity. Now, if you look at these images here, this is something you can easily grab off the internet. If you go and search for people working in a factory or people working in a manufacturing plant, you will find pictures. But even brands like this understand that having images that are not of the employees and not of their space is not showing that authentic content for the message that they're trying to send out. All right, another case study. This is a gentleman who's just like you. No big guy. We're not talking about the Virgin Active. We're not talking about the SPA. We're talking about someone who just started their own brand. And one of the first two things that he started building was the website and the pictures for the website. We did a sequence of pictures for him, and this was literally done in his lounge at his home. Right? He was later then taken the content that he needed, and he, with his graphic designer and with his web developer, found ways to make use of these images to further enhance the identity, his brand identity to his audience. So guys, it's not about the big guys. It's about guys like you. It's about guys like you who want to show or send that message across to your clients. So your clients know who you are. Okay, let's talk about National Renal Care. This is also one of our clients. What are they doing here? So they're taking our photographs and they're now creating social media content. Now you are mixing authentic people, right? This was all staged. So we had to go into the hospitals. What I liked about this was that creativity was given to us completely. So there was a general brief with open creativity. So we spent half a day at a few of these in KwaZulu-Natal. A project like this requires a lot of permission from patients. There's a lot of red tape and a lot of sort of forms that need to be filled out. But nonetheless, it is very much possible, and this is where our expertise comes in. It's to make sure that we can, as much as possible, get the right content to show the brand. Before we go onto sites, we will have a meeting with you, or we will have a meeting with the person that's part of that brand to sort of understand where you are heading. So as an example, Sunil mentioned humor, right? That's Sunil's niche. When it comes to his social media strategy, it's all about humor. If I was assigned to capture content for Sunil, I would make sure that the content speaks about things that are funny, right? In this case, National Renal Care comes from the word care. That is their strong USP. So in all the content that they wanted captured, it was to show that the staff care about the patients. And here we have it. They've taken the photos and they have created multiple content for their brand campaigns, notices that they needed to share with their audience. And even now and then, like Sunil mentioned, right, content calendars. Take content and start creating little messages to send out. Now, guys, there's chalk and cheese from trying to do this on AI or trying to do this on Canva, right? This is now going to take you to another level. You're not using Canva anymore. You're not using these fancy designs anymore to wish people a happy Women's Day. You are using authentic content, content that belongs to you. Okay. I'm going to talk about, I think this is the last case study. This is one of the most recent case studies that we did. It was a launch of a school. Okay, so for this one, again, this was a whole day production because we did a mix between photography and video. So this school took it one up with us, right? They wanted us to create the entire visual house for them. The content that we captured for this required a lot more planning, and again, working with kids, okay, which is something that I enjoy doing, and I'm quite good at it. This is just a very quick sample that we managed to take from the screenshots, but their website is literally a week old. So here we go, guys. A newly launched school, right? They could have used stock images, but they understood what they are offering people, right? They've got boarding facilities. There's a lot that they are offering for the school, and you'll see it in the next couple of slides. But they understood the power of visual content, and every single content piece that's on their website is completely authentic, right? This was an image that we captured for the actual school, the architectural part of it, and it was used for their invites. That happened very recently, right? On that Mother's Day weekend, they had a sort of an open day. So high-stake project, things happened, things needed to be captured very quickly. A lot of planning had to go into this, but it is just speaking about their brand. What makes this unique, guys, is that no one can take your content and use it because it belongs to you. And that's what's important. When someone scrolls on your social media, when someone scrolls on your website, they need to understand you. They need to identify you. And the bigger brands do this very well. They do this through brand messaging. Like the Renal Care guys. They build the mindsets of their audience so that when their audience sees an image while scrolling, immediately they will be able to identify who it belongs to without even having to look at the name. And some of the big brands do this very well. KFC, the moment you see that red and white color and you see a burger, you immediately identify the picture with the color. You already know. KFC comes to mind before you even need to read that it's KFC. You know what I mean? Guys, this is how big brands get big. It's the small things that the smaller guys like us don't think about. But we need to start thinking about it because we all have hopes and dreams, don't we? We all want to get to that stage of our business where we have multiple departments. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully that's the audience I'm speaking to this morning, right? So it starts with your digital presence. Because networking is one thing. Going around and shaking your hand with the next person is one thing, but you're going to get to a stage of your business, and this is something that Kim Knight taught me. You're going to get to the stage of your business where you don't have time to shake hands with people anymore because people are going to start finding you online. The person that they find online, is it you? Is it your brand? Go and look at what you've done online after this. Go and look at your social media channels. How much of it is authentic? Start moving into that space. I know AI is easy to do. Using Canva is very easy to do. But why take out, why limit or minimize or even exclude the most important thing, which is your personality? And your personality can be shown through the content that you share with your audience. All right, very quickly, before I move on, I want to talk about New Heights School one more time, because I did mention that we did a full portfolio. In your business, you will get to a stage where you will realize that photography can only do so much, right? Photography is a combination of graphic design. It's a combination of text. It's a combination of what we call copywriting, because in social media, when you have a picture up, you've got to have a story that's been told. New Heights wanted the full package. They wanted all the content with a video. So if you already have a website and you already know that your photos are telling the story, but you want to take it one up, I'm going to show you what we can do in a 2-minute video, what we've done for New Heights School and what we can do for you guys if you guys want to take this up to another level. So I'm going to stop sharing very quickly, and I'm going to share my video. I'm hoping that the sound will play, but just tell me if it doesn't.
Yeah, it's okay.
Transformation. At New Heights Schools, we shape confident, disciplined, and future-ready learners. Our modern classrooms are designed for focus and comfort. Our distinctive architectural design reflects innovation and purpose, creating an inspiring space that enhances both learning and creativity. Smart boards, innovative desks, central air conditioning, and a shoes-off learning culture. With just 20 students per class, every child gets personal attention. Values education is at the heart of what we do. Teaching respect, integrity, and responsibility in every lesson. Our learners explore science, art, drama, coding, robotics, and even 3D printing. Outside the classroom, they thrive in sports, paddle, hockey, netball, running, and indoor games like table tennis and table soccer. Young learners enjoy a creative play, sand area, while nutritious meals keep them energized. With full boarding for boys and girls, we offer a safe, structured, and supportive environment. At New Heights Schools, we don't just educate, we transform lives, aspire to greater heights.
Right. Sound check? We still good? Okay, awesome. Guys, that is the visual content suite. That's basically where we should be going as brands to get our image out there, right? This is where small brands start becoming big. This is where the handshakes stop. When you get to a stage of your business where you don't have time to go and network and do the things that you need to do because you are trying to grow from a one person band to a multiple band. What about advertising? Some of you guys may do things like social media, sponsored adverts. Maybe you are currently dealing with a digital ads expert, right? Who's going to be creating ad campaigns for you guys. You still need this content. You need this before you even jump onto that bandwagon. So we work with clients who's already ready to start advertising. We give them that content so that they can go ahead with their digital marketers to get their brand across. Let's talk about some of the misconceptions that the smaller brands and even the bigger brands get wrong when it comes to photography. And there's two very quick ones that I'll talk about. Okay. The first and foremost is megapixels. Now let's understand megapixels. Right? Quick crash course. When you guys walk into a cell phone store, so one of the first things that the sales agent starts to sell you is their flagship phones, right? Whether you walk into a camera store, or if you are hiring a photographer. Okay, we're going to get to hiring the photographer in the next slide, right? Let's talk about this current slide, which is megapixels, and something for you guys to understand, because it will apply when you work with photographers. So the rule of thumb is that the bigger the megapixel, the better the quality of an image, right? It's as easy as that. In order to understand what a megapixel is, we need to understand how pictures are actually built. If we look at these little squares that's around this image, right? These are called pixels. So one pixel is one single color that's arranged as a square. The rule of thumb is that you will never find one pixel that has
Sorry, bro.
multi-
Sorry. Are you sharing? Are you sharing your screen?
I should be. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Sunil. There we go.
Thanks,
Let's
bro.
share. Here we go. Megapixel. Sorry, guys. Thanks, Sunil. Okay, so megapixel is basically this example that we're seeing. Can you see it now? We're good. Right. Cool. So every small square that we see here on the screen is defined as 1 pixel. When we put many of these pixels together, we start forming shapes and objects that we identify. And this is the foundational phase of how pictures are built. So the rule of thumb, the higher the megapixel on your photograph, the better quality that it is. But here's where the misconception comes in. Misconception is that we always need the high resolution photographs. And guys, we get this request even from the big brands. The brief is always high resolution. And I ask my clients, what are you using your photos for? And most of the time, it's stuff that we've already talked about, the websites and the social media. Sunil will agree with me, and if anyone who has dealt in websites will be nodding their heads if I tell you that when you have high resolution images for a website, it starts slowing your website down, right? If you've ever given photos to a web developer or web designer, sometimes they may come back and ask you if you have lower resolution, or sometimes the web platforms itself will start compressing the images. So when do you need high resolution? It's actually when you want to print. Okay, how many of us print? When last have we printed a brochure for someone? Most people don't do that, right? Most of our guys, we don't do that, right? Because we're moving into that digital space. What we offer in our service is whenever we are out capturing images for your brand, we give you 2 sets. We give you a set of images that's already defined or prepared for your website, right? A little bit of a smaller resolution. And then we also give you a batch of images for print, and it's specifically labeled for print. Because printing needs that higher resolution. Just to give you guys a perspective, an image like this, right? A billboard banner. A photographer, a commercial photographer, needs to have an image of 50 to 100 megapixels to print something like this. Now think about that latest smartphone that you guys purchased, right? Your Samsung S26 that comes with 200 megapixels. Fantastic, it sounds good, but it's an overkill. What are you using 200 megapixels for? Okay, not to say that it's not going to come in handy, but the moment you deal with more than 15 megapixels, you start going into needing a professional photographer, because there's a specific print that's required, like a banner of the sort. Another perspective, the cameras that we use are only 23 megapixels, up to maybe 33. A general professional camera between 50 to 60,000 Rand that us photographers buy is around that. Renal, you're a photographer, you know. Crop sensor, full frame, you're looking between 20 to 30 megapixels per camera, and that's enough to even print a wedding album. So don't get carried away by high resolution, guys. When you're dealing with photographers, when you're trying to get pictures, don't overthink it. You got to ask yourself, what do you need it for? Okay, because when you're dealing with very high megapixels or high resolution, you're going to struggle with the things that you need to like your online platforms. All right, the blueprint. So as a small brand, what do you guys actually need? Because here I am talking about content, we're talking about photography, we're talking about video, we're talking about all these elements, but what do we do from here? This is the blueprint that's going to help you guys grow from where you are now to where you need to be. This is what you guys need, right? Number one, your content creator, your content agency. This is where we come in, right? Then you need your web designer who's going to take that content and make it look pretty online. They're going to help you with all the storyboarding, all the copywriting that's involved. Okay, and then once you have those two pieces ironed out, then you need your digital marketer. So your digital marketer is going to take the same content that you've used on your website. They're now going to feed it through to your social media channels, and they're going to feed it through to your Google Ads campaigns. And that's going to ensure that you have that authentic content that's been shared across all your platforms. So no matter where your prospective client sees your artwork or sees your content, they recognize your brand because it is consistent. What you use on your website and what you use on your social media, it needs to be the same. And there's a big strategy that's involved in this. Okay. So we have come to the end of the session today. I want to I think I'm gonna throw in an offer for you guys. So I know that there's a lot of guys that's in Durban, and hopefully this call has inspired you to start shifting your brand image online to a space that's going to be better, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna throw in an offer for you guys. If you guys are interested in any of our video production, I'm gonna throw in photography for your brand. All right, I'll throw in photography maybe to the value of 5,000 Rand. If you guys are deciding that you want to now take us up on that offer to create a really nice video for yourself, come and speak to me. So I'm going to put my details on the chat very quickly. Send me a WhatsApp message. All right. And I'm going to keep it to this. If you guys contact me within the next 48 hours. Okay, so anytime from today or tomorrow, I know we're nearing towards the end of the week, but if you engage with me and we sit down and have a little strategy session together, see where you guys are, for me to understand what your brand is about, because that's what's important. For me to understand, all the people, all your engines need to understand who you are. And if you don't know who you are, then that's where our expertise comes in too. Okay, that's where you get your brand strategists that come in and give your brand a brand voice. Okay, so my number is 078262, and I'll also just pop my website link very quickly. Go and have a look at some of the work that we've done. Go and have a look even at how we have designed our own website. Okay, play around. And I want to thank Sunil, my good buddy, for having me on board today. Sunil and I have done a lot of work together because we are strategic alliances. Clients need both of us. Clients need that person to do the websites and also the person to create the content for the website. This works hand in hand, right? So if you have done work with Sunil and you need some fresh content, please give me a shout. Sunil and I know how to work together. He's used our content before for a few clients to make their websites pop quite nicely. And I hope that that was my 10 minutes. So I'm happy to do any questions. Let's talk.
Thanks, Bishan. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Excellent. I learned so much. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's do questions. Come on. Think about where you are. Think about what you'd want to know. Hit me. Or feedback. If you don't have a question, give me some feedback. What was your biggest learning today? Yes.
Fatima, Fats.
Okay, so wow. Okay, so like you speak of the small businesses, we just take our phone and we try and hold it and we like do our thing and say, okay, try and get a good angle. It needs to look clear. But it's amazing how yes, like you speak about megapixels, because the moment you get into a store to buy a phone, that's what they tell you, so you think you become an instant photographer knowing your megapixels on your phone is like, whoa. But like, before the session started, you mentioned it's the lighting, it's there's this professional little bits that we don't know that we need to take into account. So thank you for sharing that with us. It wasn't just holding your camera up and saying, let's take a picture of something. So, well, to those brands that are in that next phase of going forth, Bishop's information that he shared is going to be on the next level for the guys going forth. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate that feedback. And for those of you who know me for a while, will know that I've always introduced myself as a photographer and videographer, right?
Mm.
Now we are a creative agency. That's the difference. That's the difference. A brand will phone us and say, hey, we need a photographer. Okay, perfect. What is a photographer? A photographer is someone who's there to take instruction. We now give instruction. That's where we have grown from an agency perspective. Brands phone us to ask us, what do we need? There are brands who have those departments who say, this is what we need. But there are those guys who say, listen, I have a website, I have a brand. I don't really know what to put on my website. I don't really know how to speak the language that I need to speak. And as an agency, this is what we do. We come out and we take the content for you, but it's purposeful. Very, very purposeful. Everything is thought of.
Another question.
Yes.
With regards to the uniqueness of I'm speaking on behalf of a friend, and she does wedding dresses. So I told her that her brand, when she's making wedding dresses, her brand of the photographer that is going to be taking the pictures and sending it to her, and also her people that she's making the wedding dresses for, those are her referrals when it comes to putting her brand out there, especially when she's creating a website. So when you speak about photography and you speak about high res and low res, especially when you're going to put it, is that only when a professional photographer comes in, or if you want a low resolution thing? Because if you already taken out a picture, how do you create low res now too?
I understand. So in perspective, guys, if you use your smartphones, and I actually teach smartphone photography as well, in case if anyone is ever interested in doing something of that sort, please reach out to me. I'm happy to put a course together. I do need numbers for something like that. Again, if you are an estate agent on this call, I already have workshops that I do on a monthly basis, teaching estate agents how to use their smartphones for their listings. All right, and we now also going to be moving into some video workshops on how to actually use your smartphone. But coming back to the smartphone space, an average phone is able to take a perfectly sized image that can be used on social media and on a website. It's the in-betweener. Let's get a little bit more technical. If you go onto your phones and if you try and find the specs of an image, and if you find that your image is around the 1 megabyte mark, that is key that you can use your picture in both cases. But we're not talking about printing on billboards. We're talking about printing on flyers. If you guys ever decide you need to use a flyer, or you want to post on social media, or you need it for your website. Website images, maximum should be 2 megabytes, maximum. Sunil, I want you to also add into that if you have any specs that you like, but I know when I send you content, I send you around the 1 megabytes because it's not too low and it's not too high either. Now, this is where the professional comes in, like myself. Our software is able to define the output for you. If I want to give you 1 megabyte file size, the software can compress it to that specific threshold. So it's a good thing when you have the professional on site, like myself, we're going to give you those 2 batch of images. We're going to give you images that's up to 1 megabyte for your website. And we're going to give you images that's most likely 5 to 10 megabytes if you decide that you want to print. When would you print? The most common case that you need big prints is if you guys are doing trade shows. So East Coast House and Garden Show, business fairs, and you guys want to start printing out nice big billboards for your stands, the pictures will apply to that as well. We call those assets, right? What we give to you are, in our industry term, are called assets. So assets are everything from your pictures, your videos, your graphic designs, the works. Kim, I saw your hand up.
Yes, Bish, thank you so much. I just wanted to share with everyone that if you see me on Facebook or websites, many of the pictures and videos Bishan took and still, do so well today. I get so many comments on the pictures, Bishan. It's really incredible.
I'm
It,
happy
it
to
was
hear
I'll
that.
never forget our photo shoots and just being together. Bish also came to me, came to Turkey with me and took pictures there. But Bish, what I want to ask very quickly,
Sure.
let's say I have a video and I put that on my website. Does it does it slow down the website, or is there danger of that?
Yes, and again, so Sunil, second thing I want you to talk about, but so I'll share what I do very quickly, and I did send my website link on the chat, but Kim, you are giving me an opportunity to share my website. So here you go. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
here we
we
go.
can.
So I'm gonna scroll down and show you what I've done. So to load a video on a website, what I've done is I've backlinked it from a YouTube. So this is not taking up space on my websites, but it's feeding off the YouTube channel. Can you guys see that we've got the YouTube sign here, watch on YouTube? So and I would highly encourage this as well. As an agency, we help also to manage and set up your YouTube account space and all of that stuff. This is the best approach from what I've seen. Look, I'm not a website expert. I know enough to know how to get my job done. This is where people like Sunil will come on and share what their approach is, but this is what I've done. And Sunil, you can give me some feedback on this as well. Kim, I hope that helps. So you
Yes, very helpful.
feed through.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Bish.
have a
Very
feed
helpful.
through.
Yeah, so you're right. So we feed it through YouTube because we don't use the resources on our website because video is very resource heavy. So the best case
Definitely.
scenario would be YouTube. YouTube would be the best case scenario. Yeah, and then even with me on my end, most of my professional pics you've seen, in fact, all of my professional pics, Bishan has done it, and it automatically adds like a professional feel to you, right? And there's one picture that in fact, I'm going to share this picture. Let me show you guys this picture. There's one picture that he took at one of my workshops. And this picture, people booked my course. This picture, people booked my course. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
This picture, people booked my course. I was running a Facebook ads in Sandton just before COVID in January 2020. I was running this ad during Christmas. And people booked this workshop. Just said to me, just this picture. I just booked the course because of this picture. That's it. At least four people who came in just the picture, because just the picture, it conveys the message of learning and engagement. So, and this is the picture that Bishan took. Most of my workshops, he's done the photography. I'm grateful for that. And he's been with me from day one of my workshops. He's been there. Even Kim was there at my first workshops. These guys are really supportive. Thanks, Bishan. Thank you so much. And then to answer your second question the first question about resolution, what I do is I just convert the picture to 72 DPI. So you just convert the picture to 72 DPI to use on your website. So as long as it's around 100 kilobytes, it's perfect for your website.
100 kilobytes. That's good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Most people won't understand the DPI aspect, but as a photographer, we are able to also set that threshold. I'm very familiar with that DPI threshold. I use 97 for our clients for their website use, but 70 to 90 is good.
Perfect.
Yeah, guys, we're getting a bit technical. I know some of these words won't resonate with you, but this is why you need that professional as well. Okay, why you need to get the right person on board to handle your branding. Okay, there's one thing, Kim, I'm going to share something that you taught me, and I know it's stuff that we paid for. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it. Do what you are good at. That one thing that you are good at that makes you run your business, you do that. Outsource everything else. Get the right people that are good in their field to do what you need to do to help your business grow. Kim, I hope that's okay if I shared that. That's knowledge that I took a long time ago, and even up until today, I use it. There's things that I cannot do. I outsource where I can, and I get the right people because it means the brand means more to me than for me to let my brand down. Did you guys hear that?
Very good. Very good.
Right?
Very good.
Okay, let's do 1 or 2 more questions, and then I'm happy to hand over to Sunil for the networking session. Anyone? While you guys are thinking of questions, can I share something? Copywriting. Who owns the images?
Who owns it? Tell us.
Who owns it?
Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Facebook has in their terms and conditions a lot of these. Yeah, in fact, a lot of these social media companies have a clause that they start retaining ownership of images once your images are published onto their platforms. But let's take the social media terms and conditions out. You and I, so photographer and clients. That depends on the contract that you sign. Have you guys ever signed a contract with the photographer? All right, so by default, and this applies to you as well, if you take a picture from your smartphone, you own the copyright, even if it's from someone else or of someone else, because you are what we call the artist. Think about the music and the musicians in the music industry. Musicians compose their songs. Photographers and videographers also compose. The word compose is very strong in our field. We compose our content. And because we have composed our content, that content belongs to us. Even if I took a picture of Sunil, unless a client comes to us and says, listen, we need transfer of ownership. Do you need transfer of ownership? Guys, not really. Okay. The only way someone would require transfer of ownership, and guys, even with the big brands that we use, we still have the copyrights of all our content, but our copyright specifically states that we allow you. So I'm speaking to you guys, right? The business guys. We allow you to use the images for what you need for your branding purposes. What we don't allow is for you to take our images and sell it. That is in breach of a copyright that the copyright holder has. Same, that's privacy. Not privacy, piracy, right? So same with music. If you now downloading music and selling it to your friends, that music is not yours to begin with. All right, the artist needs to be compensated for that. So the same applies to photography as well. One of the big things is that. All right.
Question. So,
Yes.
so for example, so does this is where the Poppy Act comes into as play, because you're not taking permission from somebody that is, giving you. If you just take my picture and you take it without my permission and you decide to use it on a platform, that also plays an important role when it comes to the Poppy Act, because you can't just take my picture without, can you? I mean, if you take
Yeah.
a picture,
So
I'm just asking.
if any legal people are in this group, I'd love to hear from you guys. But my understanding of POPIA is specifically your name and ID number and contact details in relation to your image. If you are in a public space, you allow yourself to be photographed. I'm just going to put it that way. If you are in your home and you see a drone flying past your window, that is a breach of privacy. You are entitled to sue for breach of privacy. If you are at a park and you're picking your nose and someone takes a picture of you, I'm sorry, guys, you shouldn't have been picking your nose. Because as a person in a public space, by default, you have given that. I don't know if the laws have changed, and if there's anyone, any legal people in the group, you're more than welcome to just put your hand and share some of that. But I hope that helps.
Guys, it's all related to photography, hey? Poppy, composing. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I want to hand over to Sunil. I think I've given enough time for questions. I didn't see any hands up. Sunil, once again, thank you so much for having me on the call. I know you still want to wrap up with some networking stuff. And I do see some people need to go, so let me not hold you up anymore. Thank you, Sunil. And thank you, guys. Thank you for your feedback.
Thank you, Bishan. Well done. Thank you so much, buddy. Let's do the networking. Guys, who wants to in fact, let's go in order. You get 1 minute to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and what you want, what you're looking for. 1 minute. Let's start with Fatima. Okay, let's go with Roshni.
Thanks so much.
Roshni. Roshni's next. Just gotta unmute. Roshni there. Toko Zulu, you there? Dr. Toko Zulu. Muted. Sana?
Good. Oh,
Hi, Toko.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, good morning. My name is Dr. Togo Kulu, and I am a consultant. And what I do right now is just to work with the organizations, but my specific area is vulnerable groups. So the organizations consult me whenever there's a need, and because I'm just an independent advisor, so with specialized knowledge. So whenever there is a need, then I will always attend to what their needs are. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Sana, you there?
Yes, thank you so much, Sunil, and thanks for the very insightful session. As always, I'd like to share that I'm an arts and calligraphy facilitator with Art Scribes Global, and I've done some work with Jacob's Coffee doing their calligraphy on their coffee cup sleeves. And I also run a wellness, team building, and other programs. And in today's time of chronic stress, people are looking for outlets to use creativity to deal with stress and work-life balance. And thank you so much, Bishan, for that presentation. I also wanted to clarify whether I always thought that the client owns the photos or the videos because they paid for it. So if you can just touch on that. Thank you.
Yeah, if that's okay, I'll definitely share that once everyone gets a chance to introduce themselves and do some networking. I feel it's fair. Let everyone do the networking because that's why people are on as well. And then just before we close, I'll answer that question. Okay.
So Mulo Pio, you there? Mulo Pio.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. The name is actually Muki Pio. I'm based in Vanderbijlpark in Vaal, Gauteng. My business is called The Cleaning Bar, where we manufacture and market cleaning products. At the moment, I joined basically the social breakfast, hoping that I would get to grow the market. But over the past few weeks since I've joined, I've actually learned that not only that I will get an opportunity to grow the business by joining the group, but also there's a lot of information that a person can learn from this social breakfast. So I'm really thankful for that, and I'm still hoping that I can learn more, and I will be able also to assist people wherever I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Signing out.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Salim, you there? Mr. Kasim?
Yeah. I'm here. Can you hear me? Morning, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Salim Kasim from Apex. Just got to get to another breakfast meeting now. Very informative. We're involved in road construction, driveways, brick paving, asphalt. But I'm quite keen to take up Media King to see if there's any special rates for members. We see how we can get a digital footprint with AI. So I'm quite keen on exploring more information and any special rates you can offer us. Thanks, guys. Very informative. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Yeah, thanks,
Sunil.
thanks, Kasim. Thanks, Kasim. You talk to Bishan. He's very friendly. Talk to him. Did you look in his eyes? Did you look in his eyes?
Yes, sir. Okay. Ciao, guys. Speak to you later.
Thanks, bro.
Bye.
All the best. Mr. Zaid, you there? Mr. Adams, are you there? You're on hold. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Bishan. I think we did everybody. We spoke everybody, and everybody's introduced themselves. Thank you so much. We went over, but we don't apologize for going over.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad because I know a lot of people left the call because they had to go and they didn't get a chance to network. So I do ask
That's fine.
all
It's
those
fine.
people.
We got platforms. We got the chat. We also got the WhatsApp group that they can network. So
Fantastic.
yeah. So we will network, and
Okay,
there'll be future opportunities. But thank you so much, bro. We learned so much. We learned so much from you. I learned so much from you.
That's good. And I do want to answer Sana's question before we wrap up.
Yes.
So just to put you guys in perspective, yes, even though you are hiring the photographer and you're paying the photographer, you are paying to use their license. So no, the answer is no. It's not an immediate transfer of copyrights unless it's explicitly stated. And that is very much possible, but it's also very expensive to do that. So when you're dealing with the photographer, listen, don't overthink it, right? Photographers are not there to catch you and sue you. It doesn't happen, right? But as default, when people purchase our content, every single one of our clients do sign a contract with us. That's what makes us different, and there's a lot of reasons why the contract is there. The main reason is the public insurance liability, which in a nutshell means that if we are doing a shoot at your premises, and if any of you, me, your staff, or anyone has to get injured because of our equipment or anything that was our fault, our insurance can cover you. So in order for that to take effect, the contract needs to be signed so that our insurer knows that there was an agreement, with that. But in our agreement, we also state our copyright agreement, and by default, we give you that permission to use the images for your branding, and like for you to use it for your graphic designs and stuff. So like the clients at Renal Care and stuff, they took our images and they did edit it. They had to put, the text and stuff over, and that's completely understandable. We're not there to sue them and just say, hey, listen, you're not supposed to do that. In fact, we don't even have the time to follow up with people with these things. But when you own the copyright, what automatically happens from our side is that we give you the raw copies. Do you need the raw copies? That's only if you're an expert yourself or if you have an editor in-house. Essentially that, right? So it's either you, the chef, and you need all the ingredients to cook your own meal, or you're going to a restaurant for a meal to be done for you. I'm the restaurant. I'm preparing the meal for you. You don't need the ingredients. You don't need the eggshells, right? Hope that makes sense.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for that. Excellent. Cool, guys. We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you in the group. Thanks, Mr. Bishan. And I'll share the recording. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bishan.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good week. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.